Welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc Blind. Last time, we made a bad choice and let Kyoko die, and the game gave us what I assume is the bad end. So, let's have the good end. Her claim? Oh, that's right, I have to... Do I suppose Kyoko's lie or not? Let it go. I made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. She has to be some secret here, something that's to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
I do.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Wow, I sound kind of desperate.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Time's up. Class trial's all over. Everyone can stop talking now.
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push
Whoa.
back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
I am so confused right now.
Voting time?
So is this actually the end of the game?
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Wow, where's this going? They're gonna vote for me. Do I get to see myself die? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's all your fault. You're wrong. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone. Good job. Yep, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. That makes any sense. The whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. Same as always. Just like any other class trials, I'm gonna end it the same way.
Chills,
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Was Monokuma killing them this whole time and just setting the scenes up to have us try someone? Wait, what do I... Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Holy wow. Nope, but Kyoko even admitted that, so maybe Kyoko did do it. Well, then I made the right choice then. I'm glad to know that. Oh, exact same execution, just for me. Wow, that's certainly unexpected. I don't know why I thought there was a 6th trial. I think I just did the math, and I was like... There's 6 of us left. If 2 of us die to the 5th trial, there'll be 4 of us left, and you can have a 6th one. But I guess this is it. I guess we just beat the game, actually. I'm kind of shocked. Wow. Back to back. I like this a lot better when it was Kyoko. Aww. Hi, Chihiro. And he actually wasn't killing them, which is where the pictures came from. Uh-huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that... yeah, it had to be. Alter ego. Alter ego? Is this some sort of virus from that stupid guy? He must have planned it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this! It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning. What was that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us. What are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing, it was a pinch, an inch! Two virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again! To waste away in the garbage strewn pit. In a way, that's even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. So I'm being despair to the rest of you. Being despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Like, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell's going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Massive high school towers over all the older buildings in a bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It makes top students from every field imaginable, government funded of the school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It's built to raise hope, a nice future would make Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school, and two, you have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way to is scouted by the school itself. Saying to get the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? With my head resting on top of a hardwood desk. Yeah, I've done this before. Why are we going back to here? Wouldn't it be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Ugh. Chapter 5, Time Unknown. Finally. I finally feel my body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or it was just another dream. A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. A vast dark cavern with the barest hint of light seemed to be in. Trash was piled high all across the area. Must have been some kind of underground garbage pit. Heck of a situation to find myself in. But that's just the beginning of my problems. So I'm gonna be stuck here until I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not for what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what happened. alter ego saved me. And he used up the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit for survival began. First was a way to start looking at a way out of there. Is that an airplane? I don't know if that went up in school's garbage pit. It's a rocket and a tank. I don't think too much about what I'm seeing down here. And it's a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. It's locked. How many times I push or pull or kicked it, it didn't budge. You know, it's not gonna be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out here anytime soon, it's time to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. Well, that was pointless too. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink, which are all around a bad idea? Again, pointless. I think I'm blocked in on all sides. That's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. What the? Strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched a pile of garbage jostle and form an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fall from up above? What could it have been? Giant piece of trash just fall down here?
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Is it obvious? I'm here to help you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. You got a bit of garbage in your hair.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead, eat it. We'll talk once you're finished. Thank you! Oh, that really hit the spot. I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone? During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew what I knew.
Indeed.
Even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. Abandoned you. Don't say you didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive.
It's true.
I'll tell you everything. The reason I had to survive,
In other
so I can
words...
do what I came to the school to do. What? You have my mind to come to... Tell me! Do you have a reason coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right, at least I did once. Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. Yes, she has amnesia. You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us when we arrived at the school? When I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's
I fainted
right.
too, and when I woke up, there was this strange feeling of separation with myself. A disconnect.
It would
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, or I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget like that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? Hard to imagine it happened by chance. Seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. But why would they want to do that? The only reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose, and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plan.
However...
But it could also mean some of my memories could be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. I'm investigating things myself the whole time. But what you say is true. Why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is
Like
that?
that, we'd have all worked as one. That's why I would have noticed right away. Plus, There's always the chance the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. This is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind's one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only made sense that she went to look for her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself. This is why I asked you here to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you're the least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your interest was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could be the mastermind.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Just like the dream I had before. Why did that just happen?
Listen.
Oh, yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, though, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. I guess I have to keep talking to her. Nothing changed around there. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my... Spit it out! You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Naoto. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
The reason I came to Hope Peak Academy. There was someone I had to find.
So...
Well, the headmaster of Hope Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why do you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
In other
I was
words...
separated from him as a child. Turned out he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad? Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? And that explains. Why have you told us how I thought the headmaster was involved? I'll find a way.
No matter what? So...
My memory hadn't come back at that point. When he said that, I felt strange. It made perfect sense. Now, of course, my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However...
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wanted the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I said that fell to what I'd seen in a second in the headmaster's room. What did you see in there?
So...
The room had been ransacked. Shelves were a mess, and the desk drawers dumped on the floor. My conclusion, there was someone who didn't know where anything was that had been in there. You mean the actual mastermind, right?
It's
My
true.
assumption, yes, and I confirmed my suspicion. So I had to investigate the second floor of dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
Layout of the entire Hope Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Makuro's profile and that key. I'm sure the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had time some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed if that were true, then that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
That's when I finally remembered. Remember, my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So that's where you went to see the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
Once I got there, I noticed the second floor of Dooms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what's it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is... Well, when I saw it, I realized what was going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
You'll need to see it for yourself. I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
However...
This has to do with Makuro Ikusaba, doesn't it? Just to be
However...
perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means... Everyone but you and me had an alibi, so who did kill her?
Anyway...
Well, I consider the mastermind is directly involved. Maybe what the point of the class trial of Murokan Isukuba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I saw that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted me to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. I mean, because of the school regulations.
That's right.
Exactly.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. So they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do so. Yeah, they are. There's almost like they're programmed themselves. So one other thing I'd like to point out. What's that? There was a point in where Makuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, when they came into our room. Do you mean... during the night? I can hear them, you know. Footsteps of the gods of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me to cases just like this.
Anyway...
It was exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw the white shadow across the corridor. You chased right away and followed it. I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I entered your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the ending of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised. The dojo key wound up in my room. I'll have to be the work of the mastermind and attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. It was Byakuya, possibly! So this would mean that whoever killed Makuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. That's really bad. If that means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. But doesn't that create another contradiction? Mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. That's not just Makuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but it seemed ready to kill you in your room. The thing they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Or the mastermind is a member of the student body, so the mastermind can kill people. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt Makuro was the ultimate despair, and there's no doubt that she's dead. But I think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about...
That's right.
Yeah, that thing. The tragedy. Whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It seems...
That desperate, despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that force us to go through this. And they're the secret council that Byakuya is a part of. And that's a real enemy. Okay, there is a Chapter 6 then. I was thinking it was concluding up the game, but it is not. Dream Island Rocket. Yes, I want to save the data. Okay, guys, it hasn't quite been 30 minutes, but I'm going to stop here. I probably will just start again in just a second at this screen, but I need to end the episode now. Blah. See you next time, guys. Hey there, guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Last time, we got killed. Not quite, but pretty close, and we are down in the, like, under school, trying to deal with,
Anyway...
Yeah, Kyoko and I are trying to get out of here. So, let's do that. So, we were stuck here, and we couldn't really do a whole lot. There's just various tanks and planes and stuff under here. But Kyoko is here now, and theoretically she can get us through that door. Kyoko, do you still have that thing? The secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Well, of course I do. I would certainly hope so. That was my whole plan of what was going to happen. Because otherwise we would just like slowly die here together. It's absolutely a vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in school, right?
That's right.
That's what they said. Then we should be able to shoot that door. Yeah, let's do it. Get out of here.
It's true.
Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
Let's do it. I'm excited, guys. I don't want to be hanging out with garbage anymore. Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, and ultimate death. Deadly life. Doesn't it usually say deadly life after we found a body? After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending up like straight up like a chimney. Well, cat. There's a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We tried climbing the ladder, intending on reaching the surface. The ladder was imposingly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. That's an interesting way of drawing that scene. Seems unnecessary, but okay. We climbed into the darkness. Okay, one second, guys. I'm sorry. I've got to find out what this is going on here. Cat, why are you making noises like that? Good job, kitty. Okay, my cat's freaking stupid. My cat got lost in the bathtub. And as soon as I started walking over there, he was like, oh, that's the way out. My cat is 7 kinds of special. I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Now you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help me keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I could... Well, you couldn't remember anything a few days ago, so that doesn't really help. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. How come? It's like a family tradition, right? So,
Right.
Because we take pride in it. So I say the best detectives are the ones you don't know about. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That's how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. That's why we made a conscious decision to conceal our existence. I don't know. You're talking about detectives, but it kind of sounds like you're talking about vampires. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But our family creed, we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride? So that explains... Before I came, I was looking up info about the school online. I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of our family. Yeah, but Monokuma figured out who she was.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. Okay. I didn't knowing there was something a true Kokiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up on that pride was you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak? Because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? Absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But we reunited after all those years, right? You had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face.
So...
I must find him so I can sever all ties with him. That makes sense! Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigi family. He was talented and had a promising future.
However...
He had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. So it sounds like you're already severed. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for it. Then why are you trying to sever ties with him when it's already done? I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
And that's true, then I need to thank him. Thanking him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. And I take pride in the family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. what she might have been feeling. I could say that compared to her usual self, she was much more talkative. And more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there is one thing. One thing I could never forgive.
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow's been following me my entire life, and I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life, and I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
So I have to find him and tell him that we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, or to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But just cut him out like that. Ugh. Dude, Makoto, he already did it to her from what she's saying, or at least that's how she feels. It's not like cutting off someone who's already abandoned you really affects your life that much.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Blood began this, and blood will end it. Are we connected by heart or soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I'm so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, well, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And I didn't know for how long. We finally reached the top. Oh, looks like this is it.
Indeed.
The other side of that door, Host Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Fairly certain that's where it'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. So won't Monokuma just come and kill us immediately? Because I've already been condemned. There's not really a rule about that. Looks like we're back. Can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. I would never would have gotten out there without you. Nothing's necessary, just returning the favor. You would have never imagined that the garbage pit led to a garbage dump? Really? So, now what do you do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but the mastermind finds out. What about you two? You help me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Well, of course!
So then...
Let's just get a concrete answer.
In other words...
That's Monokuma, there's a problem with you escaping. Well, wait, that's...
However...
If we try and hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. So you're saying rather than stress out with getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't.
Because...
The mastermind is the one that's ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind had left the guard down. There was?
Right.
We can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. It'd be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. It should help with our negotiations. I'm super uneasy about this. We don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Why is Monokuma in the gym? Oh, I'm on this side. Let's get going. This is the climactic finale of several hours, probably. I wonder if there's gonna be one more death. There certainly could be. And why is Monokuma in the gym? Where does she get that information from, or that suspicion? Usually he's in his office. Alright, here we go.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? Guilty parties exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. Unfortunately, but that is the rule. So I'm gonna punish you again. And this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko? Do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
Before you do, let me say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? Explain yourself, what do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this little crash rival yourself, didn't you? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen the black end and then executed, right? What are you talking about?
however,
When Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. Thus that trial weren't at all what you were expecting. You should never imagine that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
In response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by claiming Makoto to be black and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. The entity that you would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. Never imagined the possibility of being going to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
So here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Makuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would certainly be in violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. The Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Right.
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? It's such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. A little more time, I guarantee you I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try and bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He feared for his life, feared another execution. I kinda did, actually. You dragged me here, you manipulated me! I tried to run and hide, but I'm gripped in the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you're trying to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
That is an excellent point I hadn't considered. If Monokuma's entire goal is to spread despair to the populace, then yeah, this will completely destroy it. Because no one's going to be wrought with despair over this. And oh my god, I forgot. I was 20 minutes into the episode last time I stopped. I gotta stop right now, guys. Whoops! I was going 30 minutes long and I'm like, crap, I can't! I'll see you next time when we actually do a full episode into this. Damn it, this is a bad time to stop, but I kinda have to. See you next time, guys.